Hi there, and welcome to the show. This is Coffee with Craig. I'm your host, Craig Hamilton Parker. I'm a psychic medium. And if you're here for the first time, this is a show where we talk about the future. I make predictions about the future, make a lot of programs about the world's future and what's going to happen in the world, and try to answer some of those burning questions about the way ahead. But today we're going to do some Chinese horoscopes. So you'll be having your sign will be up, but first I'm going to talk a bit about world events, how the year of the dragon is going to affect world events. So there'll be a little bit of that at the beginning, then your particular sign if you've come in for your particular sign. So if you enjoy the show, do follow us. If you enjoy this type of thing, do also consider getting a reading with myself for the year ahead by email as an audio reading, but you'll see the details in the description below. Anyway, welcome to Coffee with Craig. So 10th of February 2024 sees the beginning of the year of the dragon. In fact, the year of the wood dragon, as the element dictates for this year. So the dragon in China is considered a symbol of great creativity, of strength. It's the yang element. It's very much a sense of good fortune in Chinese culture. So this should be quite a positive year ahead. It's a very optimistic year. The people that are born in the year of the dragon are believed to be very ambitious people. Mothers in China always want their babies to be of the year of the dragon. I'll hold on to the year of the dragon, because their children are likely to be not only ambitious but charismatic type of people, natural leaders, quite skilled in pretty much all things, and they're thought to possess very high intelligence, very enthusiastic people with a very strong sense of self-confidence. And those same qualities apply to the year that's coming in 2024. This idea of strong leadership, which is going to be seen throughout the world, enthusiasm, a lot of energy, and the potential to good fortune. Now, the wood element adds a different quality to it. China is a red dragon, but this is a green dragon when we get the wood element. And in the Chinese zodiac, the wood element gives the dragon sign a sense of growth, sense of flexibility, and creativity. And so when these combine in the dragon, it means we're going to have a year which is emphasizes things like expansion, innovation, adaptability. And just like the people that are born of this year of the dragon, they'll be seen as individuals who are strong, with a strong will to succeed, who are also open to new ideas, and capable of navigating many of the challenges in life. So it's quite an optimistic forecast when we see the year of the dragon ahead. But also it does have a few caveats, because not every year of the dragon has been a favorable time, and there are dangers with the year of the dragon that this tremendous energy can also become arrogance, that the power of leadership can also turn to dictatorship, and so forth. So I'm going to examine some of those things too as we look forward to 2024, year of the wood dragon. So these are the predictions for the horse in the year of the dragon 2024. Now, The horse, like the dragon, is a very energetic sign, and often the two energies come into conflict with one another. The dragon is almost a competitor of the horse. So both have this energy. So there's a lot of energy again floating around in your life during 2024. And sometimes it could come into conflict with others, but particularly with this energetic dragon energy in the air. But it is generally a good time for you. It's a time when you can rise in ranks. It's a time when you can find authority. It's a time when you can find status. So if you were in any organization that required rank, such as obviously the armed forces or something, but also even say in hospitals or in business or in management, where your authority counts, then this is a very good time for you to gain that status that you've been wanting for a long time. You should get important roles in 2024. You may get opportunities to fulfill those roles in 2024. You should be quite popular with your friends, popular at work, and generally have a good energy around you where people look up to you rather than look down on you. This is also a time that is very good to solve problems that have been lasting and have been with you for some time. It's very much an intellectual time for you, a time when you can sort things out, when you can see the way through, when you can come up with new ideas, new solutions, and particularly cerebral type of things. It's a time also when you can look at the difficulties that are around you and have been around you and may have followed you into this year's and turn the difficulties into opportunities. You can flip adversity on its head and turn difficult things into positive things, particularly in the legal world and things like this. It gives you a time when you can drive forward and get the justice that you need, for example. Also, doing things in an unconventional way can also be helpful to you at this time. Looking at things with a new angle, a new direction. You know, you've got to use your energies in a different way in this time. You've got to sail with the wind, not sail against it in some respects. Like I said, your energy of the horse and the energy of the dragon are quite different in many ways and can work together if done in the right way. So it's a time also to find spiritual insights. This is a very good time for spiritual introspection, thinking, and looking at new directions in your life spiritually, asking about the meaning, purpose of the longer purpose of your life and what you want to do in the long term. There is in this period, because of all the energy in the air, there's a high risk of sudden accidents. So one has to be very cautious of injury and things like that. Miscommunication can be a problem at this time, so think before you speak and don't jump in too much. Don't go charging in. Sometimes you need to think a little bit more. There could be some sad events showing in the year for 2024, possible losses and deaths, but these are not essential. These are just shown like the potentials in the stars. And sometimes a feeling that you're a bit isolated from everybody else. You feel a bit stuck, a bit cornered. And also, you can also, when it comes to romance and things like that, there can also be a few negatives with that. Be careful with um, relationships that are based entirely on lust, not on love. This is a time of strong desire, strong eroticism during this period of time. Don't let that turn into something negative in your life. You know, let it transform into something more positive, more loving, kind. So you're going to have a big impact on other people during this year too. You've got a strong influence in the world. You know, you'll be known for being adventurous. You'll be known for being very independent, and people will look to you for this. So you have quite an important position this time as a person that is a mentor to others. You've got a lot of energy, a lot of determination. This is your nature anyway, but it comes even more so in this period when you become very powerful and ambitious. So it's you mustn't lose your kindness. You mustn't lose your generosity. You mustn't push so hard that it irritates other people, and your enthusiasm and leadership can become a burden rather than a guiding star. You know, so it's finding the right balance between your ego and your and doing teamwork, and especially at work. You know, not to push things too hard, too much, to balance your position of power that you found yourself in during 2024 and keep a sort of a sense, a calmness, a kindness of attitude behind that. And then it will all be balanced and it will work out as a very good year for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed those readings for 2024 for the signs of the Chinese zodiac. Generally, quite an optimistic time, as you would have seen. Most signs are going to benefit during this period. A time of a lot of energy. It's the yang energy, isn't it, of the dragon that's pushing us forward. There's a lot of creativity that comes with that. A lot of energy to do good or bad. And I think during this year we're going to see a better personal life, around us. How the world uses this energy is always the way. It is always the important question, is it? Will it be used for good or bad? But in our own lives, we've got opportunities shown coming in 2024. So let's use them properly. And thanks for joining me today. If you enjoy listening to me, you might also enjoy the readings that we do on the website. Go and have a look at my website at psychics.co.uk, and you'll be able to see the forecasts for the year. And you might want to get a forecast, an email reading perhaps for the year ahead, which is all there now available on the website. So come and book a reading with me for the year ahead. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now. If you look back at my earlier predictions, and in particular the predictions I made on the newspaper, the Sun's website, I did actually say on there, the actual words were, there will be a flu epidemic linked to bioterrorism.
And my thoughts are that Liz Truss will make it to the final, be the next PM. I think she will actually have a final battle between her and Rishi Sunak. We've not seen the full end of Boris Johnson either, I tell you. But Rishi Sunak actually will eventually, I feel, be the next leader of the Conservatives. So I think there's going to be a few conflicts that Britain's going to be drawn into, including I think Russia is going to take some moves against Ukraine. I think she will make it past her platinum jubilee, which comes up this year. But I think after that, we'll see a sudden and quick deterioration in the Queen's health. And I think we might lose the Queen towards the end of 2022. There's going to be a huge backlash from over the Netflix programs and screening, because I feel it comes out at a bad time. Charles will come to become King Charles, but his reign, I feel, will be short. I said that Prince Charles would be hit by an egg, and of course there it is, all in the press today. A huge swarm of people knocking the doors of Europe and America. And I feel that Ukraine conflict is going to be a kind of a grinding conflict that goes on and on. I also feel that there's something going to happen in the Middle East as well. I feel as if there's going to be a sudden and unexpected thing happen in the Middle East. So I feel they're going to take it into their own hands, and I feel we're going to get a strike from Israel. This is going to be one of the significant things in 2023.